What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we have another edition of 5 legends from a division I want to see in the show 21. Kind of a cheesy, I don't know, kind of weird. Anyways, my hair seems to be different in every video, doesn't it? Does anyone notice that? Anyways, today we have the National League East. We did the National League Central last episode. You guys liked that a lot. Appreciate the support after months of not uploading. I really appreciate it. Today we have the NL East. We have 5 legends again, but I have an honorable mention this time. There's one name I really wanted to mention because not a lot of people seem to bring him up, at least when you're talking about like guys we want to see in the game. And I guess let's get right into it. Javi Lopez. He was a Braves catcher for a long time, and then at the end of his career it was an Oriole and a Red Sox for couple games, but mainly a Atlanta Brave. And we're going to talk about specifically his 2003 season. I mean, he was just insane in 2003. He's a catcher for one, and just look at these numbers. I mean, listen and look at these numbers because they'll be on screen as well. 43 home runs in 129 games. He started 117 of them, so he hit 43 homers. I'm sure he hit some in games he didn't start, but 117 games started. That's nuts. He also had 29 doubles, 3 triples, a 328 batting average, a 378 on base percentage, and a slugging percentage of 687. I mean, that is just ridiculous. If you look at his splits, he hit 32 homers against righties. He's a right-handed hitter. He hit 11 versus lefties. He had an OPS over 1,000 against both sides that year. I mean, just ridiculous numbers. A guy you should definitely look on in the future, hopefully, to get added to the game. I would absolutely love it. Let's get right into the 5, 1 from each team, just like last time. Again, there's card art for this time 3 of the teams, and you'll see it obviously as the video goes on. Shout out to my man MLB20.cardart. Again, link in the description. He made these for this series. So let's just get right into it. The one I think we want to see the most, as I am getting rust off as I getting back into commentating the first time in a couple months, but I think the guy that we all want to see the most is Hank Aaron. Hank Aaron, rest in peace. He's a guy we've always wanted to see in the show forever. I mean, he just has incredible numbers, incredible career numbers. I mean, he's second all time in home runs with 55, over 3,000 hits, almost 4,000, 3,771. I mean, just amazing career numbers. He's a 25-time All-Star, an MVP, obviously a Hall of Famer, and he wasn't bad with the glove either. He had 3 gold gloves as well. The one card I had made on screen right now is his 1957 season, but I mean, he's where he won MVP. But I mean, he could easily have a signature series card or a prime card because he was good pretty much every year of his career almost. Just you can't go wrong at all with Hank Aaron. I mean, if he got this insane MVP card because he was really good in his MVP year. There was other years where he was even better. So I mean, just look at this card. He's just so good. I mean, there's nothing you could say wrong about this card. Insane hitting stats: 107 contact versus righties, 125 versus lefties. Insane power, really good fielder. I mean, he's just this guy we want to see in the game, man. Let's go. Come on, get him in the game. All right, next is gonna be our very first pitcher on the list of this series, and that's gonna be Steve Carlton, obviously for the Philadelphia Phillies. He also played for the Cardinals for 7 years, the Twins, Giants, Indians, and White Sox for a little bit as well. But specifically, we're gonna be going over specifically his 1972 Cy Young season, his first of 3 he would win in his career. Just really good. Obviously, I mean, he won Cy Young. He had a 1.97 ERA in 346 and a third innings. I mean, you just don't see that anymore nowadays. He had a 310 strikeouts, which led the league as well. I mean, 30 complete games, so his stamina should be like 125. He had a whip underneath 1.993, 6.7 hits per 9, a 2.3 walk per 9, a 0.4 home run per 9, and an 8.1 K per 9. Just really good. Obviously, the K per 9 is low because he pitched a ton of innings. I mean, 310 strikeouts is no slouch. I mean, he'd just be such a good card to have in a game. Also won his fair share of Gold Gloves as well, and a Triple Crown. Did he win Triple Crown? Actually, yeah, he won Triple Crown. I didn't even realize that while looking this up. He won Triple Crown this year as well. He had led the league with 27 wins, led the league in ERA 1.97, and like I said, led the league in innings pitched with 346 in a third. And strikeouts as well. I mean, I don't know why I mentioned innings, but you get the point. Steve Carlton is a legend. We need to see him in the game. Come on. Next is going to be a kind of a unfamiliar name among probably the most, but we got a guy who was really good in his early career with the Florida Marlins. That's right, I said the Florida Marlins. They're now known as the Miami Marlins until he got injured, and then injuries kind of derailed his career. But we're talking about Josh Johnson. I could be brought up with Dontrell Willis. I kind of wanted to get a new name out there. Now, I don't see a ton of people always suggesting this guy, but this guy had a great 2010 season. I mean, led the league in ERA. He was an all-star with the Florida Marlins. If you look at his splits individually that year, I mean, he just shut down everybody. He had a 186 strikeouts and 183 and 2/3 innings, 9.1 K per nine, whip above 1.1, which isn't bad at all. He was a monster at home, had a 1.57 ERA at home. We're in 103rd inning, 103 innings pitched. He was a little bit worse on the road, which doesn't really matter. 3.25 ERA, but just pointing out, this guy was good before he got injured. And obviously, if you want to look at his other stats in his career, 2011, he had a 1.64 ERA in 60 innings, and I'm assuming he got injured that year and he just couldn't pitch the rest of the year. Then he came back, pitched pretty decent, not bad at all in 2012, and then he got traded to the Blue Jays in, I believe, the Jose Reyes trade that got the Marlins, or got the Blue Jays, I should say, sorry, Jose Reyes, Mark Burley, and I think Emilio Bonifacio. There might be one more there, but that was that insane trade at the time in the 2012 offseason. But that's besides the point. This guy would be really fun to use. I mean, I was using him in 2K11 the other day because I was going back and trying out 2K11 because, as you guys know, there's a new pitching mechanic in the show 21 this year, and it's kind of like the 2K mechanic. And I was playing, I think, 2K11 a year after Josh Johnson's really good year, and it was just kind of reminded me of him, and I was like, wow, that's a guy I think we need to see in the show 21. And let me know you guys feel the same. All right, now we have had our fair share of pitchers for the episode. Let's get back on track for the hitter side, and let's go to the New York Mets legend, David Wright. I mean, David Wright, ever since he's retired, I've just wanted him back in the game. He was so fun to use in the show games before he retired, up until, I believe, the show 17. Actually, no, it's show 18 as well. 18, when he got his card, I believe it was like super, what's the word? It was super nerfed, because I don't think he was as good as his 2017 card in the show. Not like the year, but the card he got in the show 17, if I remember correctly. But that's besides the point. He was really fun to use. I want to see him back. We're going to be looking at his 2007 season. Look at his splits. 2007 was his best year in his career OPS wise. He played 159 games, or started 159 games. He came in for one extra one at 160. He had 196 hits, 4 shy of 200, 30 homers, 42 doubles, 1 triple, 34 stolen bases. Just the whole package with elite defense at third. Really super close on his walk to strikeout ratio, almost the same. 94 walks to 115 strikeouts. 325 average, 416 on base percentage, 546 slugging, giving him a 963 OPS. Just really good numbers all across the board. You look at his splits, gets righties, he had a 908 OPS, 19 homers. Gets lefties, even better, 1100 OPS with 11 homers. Obviously way less plate appearances, so that is more impressive. Just really good player. If we take a look on the screen, we can see what my man 20.card art made for his hypothetical card, and just really good. I mean, 110 contact versus righties, 125 versus lefties. Obviously, he's a stud versus lefties. He's got almost maxed out power as well against lefties. 91 power versus righties, which is no slouch. That's not really bad at all. 95 vision, 90 fielding, 94 arm, 91 reaction, 80 accuracy, really good. 87 speed as well for a third baseman, which is not bad at all because he stole a lot of bags. I mean, you just get the whole package with David Wright. I mean, he'd just be so fun to use. I really hope we see him back in the show here soon. All right, I had to save this guy for last because if there were some people watching the NL Central version of this video, of this series, sorry, I should say, if you haven't, link in the description, and obviously just on the channel, last couple uploads, you probably were wondering, where was this guy? I didn't mention this guy at all. He seems to be a guy everyone wants to add to the game. Everywhere, all across social media, you see this guy's face and this guy being wanting to get added to the game as a Chicago Cub. Why wasn't he in that video? Here, this is why. Alfonso Soriano. We're gonna be talking about him for the Washington Nationals. Yes, Alfonso Soriano played for the Washington Nationals, believe it or not, just for 1 year in 2006. In the early years of the Nationals, he went off. He's one of the most forgotten years ever in baseball history. In 2006, Alfonso Soriano was a stud. He was one of the only one of the only 5 or 6 players in history to have a 40-40 season. He had 46 homers, 41 stolen bases. Well, he got caught 17 times. It could have been like 50 something if all those were actual stolen bases. 179 hits. He had 41 doubles as well, 2 triples, just 277 average, 351 on base percentage, 911 OPS. You get it. Really good year, and no one seems to remember it, and everyone seems to want him as a Cub. But I think this is the card that would be the best for Alfonso Soriano as a Washington National. And you're going to take a look at it, a hypothetical one on the screen right now. Alfonso Soriano, left fielder, 99 overall, Silver Slugger edition. Obviously he won the Silver Slugger that year. I mean, he had 46 homers in 40 plus doubles as a left fielder for the Washington Nationals, and plus 41 stolen bases. I mean, that is not really added as a Silver Slugger nomination, but you get the point. 84 contact versus righties. Wasn't the greatest hit wise, batting average wise. 271 average against the righties that season. 102 contact versus lefties. 113 power versus righties. 112 versus lefties. Really good hitting stats all around. 90 plus fielding, 90 fielding, 88 arm, 85 accuracy, and obviously the thing that stands out, I think, the most in this card as an Alfonso Soriano card with really good power and pretty decent fielding is he has 98 speed. I mean, that is just lethal. If you guys know, if you've played the show, you know that obviously when you get in the high 90 range, you don't see a ton of difference, but when you get to the high 90s, in like I'd say 96, 97 plus, you see a difference in speed on the base paths, and it makes a difference. It really does. It really does. Trust me, it does. So this card would be sick. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys think I missed any names, like obvious names I should have mentioned, let me know down below. I only did 5 with an extra honorable mention. There's a ton of names I missed out on. Hell, I wrote a list of like 5 plus for each team before narrowing down to just doing 5 per team to just save the time and get these out more faster. You know what I mean? Let me know down below what you guys think of this video. Hit that like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new. And I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, for the NL East. Oh, wait, I just said the NL East. The NL West. I'm rusty. Okay, can you blame me? See you guys. Peace.